guess what comes after Chapter 10? You guessed it, Chapter 11. The title of Chapter 11 is Organizational Design and Control. In this chapter, we will discuss three major objectives. The first is to explain why the design of an organizational structure is important to the international company. The second is to discuss the various organizational forms available for structuring an international company. And the third is to show how God fits into this process. It is crucial to understand organizational structure. Companies are constantly changing their strategies, and if a company does not change its organization along with its strategy, it will be unable to adapt. Understanding how a company is structured can change one's whole outlook on a company. It can be why a company is failing or why it is so profitable. If one fails to understand how a company is organized, one cannot truly understand a company. In order to truly understand how different companies are organized, it is important to look at different models that some companies use to organize their company. These next couple of slides will show examples of how different companies are organized. I will also discuss some of the positives and negatives of each one of these strategies. Ford, IBM, Walmart, these are some of the world's largest companies, and they all use an international division. In this type of organization, different geographic regions each get their own division. However, as overseas operations increase, in most cases, many times the international division is scrapped. The next organizational strategy is global corporate form product. In this present-day global form, product divisions are responsible for the worldwide operations, such as marketing and production of products under their control. While in many cases this is a very effective model, its downside is that it creates a duplication of area experts. The next strategy is another global corporate form, but this form focuses on the geographic region instead of the product. This form appears to be popular with companies that manufacture products with a rather low or at least stable tech content that require strong marketing. It is also favored with firms with very diverse products. The problem this strategy has is that it tends to create a duplication of product and functional experts. If your company wants to be unique and use a form that hardly any other company uses, go for the global corporate form of function. Very few firms use this strategy. The reason it is used so rarely is because they believe that the worldwide functional expertise is more significant than the product itself. The next form is not a different type of global corporate form, but is a new entity itself. It's a hybrid form. Hybrid forms are the result of a regionally organized company having introduced a new and different product line that management believes can be handled by a worldwide product division. After corporate management becomes familiar with the operation, it may be regionalized. This mixed structure may also result from the firm selling to a sizable, homogeneous class of customers. The important thing to remember about hybrid organization is that the structure is organized by more than one dimension at the top level. The final type of organization is regional product matrix. Matrix organization is an organizational structure composed of one or more superimposed organizational structures in an attempt to mesh product, regional, functional, and other expertise. Although at one time it seemed that the matrix organizational form would enable firms to have an advantage of the product, regional, and functional forms. Unfortunately, the major disadvantage has kept most companies from adopting it. The major problem is that the matrix requires that 2 or 3 managers must agree on a decision. I would like to end this presentation with this. If Jesus was a manager, what type of organizational structure would he use? I would argue that he used a type of organizational structure that we haven't talked about yet, and that is horizontal form. Horizontal form puts more decision-making responsibilities in the hands of middle managers and other skilled professionals. In the real world, that's Jesus putting more responsibility in our hands.
Created using Powtoon.